First, I would like to say congratulations on your graduation. And thank you for the honor of allowing me to be a part of it. I realize that this is not a normal graduation, so this is not going to be a normal graduation speech. Here at OIT Boeing, there are no basketball games to go to, no college union building for the students to congregate at, and no homecoming dances. But we do have what is the most important aspect of higher education, a group of students with a drive to continue their education. I have many things in common with our graduating class of 2008. Although I'm not now a Boeing employee, I did spend almost 10 years during the 1980s working for what we call the greatest aerospace company in the world. And while working at Boeing, I too continued my education, earning my master's degree in aerospace engineering while I worked full-time. So I understand the path you have taken to reach this point, the struggles involved in working full-time while attending classes and trying to finish your homework in a timely manner. How many of you have had to explain to your instructor that your project will be late because you worked the last 2 weeks overtime? Probably a few of you. Or, one I did a couple times, called in sick to work the day before a big exam with some mysterious illness because you needed another day to study so you could pass your class. Or had to explain to numerous friends and family members that you cannot go out because you had to stay home and study at our age. During my last quarter in school, I used to keep a calendar pinned on the side of my cubicle, and I would cross off each day as I got closer to graduation. After a while, I noticed that the X's were getting thicker and thicker and thicker every single day. Pretty soon, I was resorting to blacking out each box. Needless to say, when I finally completed my master's degree after it took me 4.5 years, I was greatly relieved. As relieved as I was after graduation, during the following months, I began to experience an unusual feeling. I missed being in school. As I further examined my feeling, I realized it was not being in school that I missed. Instead, it was acquiring new knowledge. As I later learned, after I went into the profession of teaching, this wasn't some mental type of disorder I was developing. It was called, I was becoming a lifelong learner. This is my advice to you today: become lifelong learners. Become a lifelong learner because it will help you in your career. A graduate degree, and we have at least one that earned this today, can open up many new doors for you if you decide to go that route. The last Boeing group I worked at was a military research group, and every single person had at least a master's degree. It was the most interesting and rewarding job I had, and the only reason why I qualified for it is because I continued my education. Become a lifelong learner because engineering is interesting and exciting to you. Look forward to going to work each day because it will give you a chance to both show what you know and a chance to learn new knowledge. As the old saying goes, if you love what you do, you will never have to work a day in your life. Become a lifelong learner because it will help you keep the competitive edge necessary in today's workforce. I'm OIT's representative to something called VCOP, which is a group of over 100 companies that provide engineering internships in the Northwest. At a recent meeting, one of the prominent industry members told me that he can go to Southeast Asia and hire 2.5 engineers for the cost of one U.S. engineer. Said what the U.S. engineers need to do to remain competitive in today's workforce is to stay on the cutting edge of technology. Said they must become lifelong learners, cannot stay stagnant. Finally, become a lifelong learner because studies have shown that as you age, an active mind will keep you from developing mental disorders, things like Alzheimer's. In closing, I would like to congratulate you on your accomplishment. You are now all fully qualified to be pay code 4 engineers, which I'm sure your supervisors have already heard about. As you go out and celebrate, please remember those who made this day possible. First and foremost, the Boeing Company for contracting with OIT to offer your degree programs right here where you work. Your families and friends for supporting you throughout this process. And finally, the dedicated OIT faculty, staff, and adjunct professors who are providing you with a truly outstanding education. Again, congratulations.